What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to talk about SNAP benefits. I want to talk about SNAP benefits because I'm beginning a lot of questions. Hey, I just heard my friend got the emergency allotment, that $95 boost. How come I'm not getting it? How come I'm not getting it when everybody said the payments were going to stop in February, where now it's March 11th, and my friend just got a payment? Well, I want to address that. So we're going to talk about that, the possibility of a SNAP benefit increase, and also want to give you some updates on some other stimulus payments that are coming out. So let's get right down to it. And if you have any questions, please ask your questions down in the comment section below, because I know a lot of people right now have a bunch of questions as to what is going on for additional benefits and also the future of the U.S. economy. So if you have any questions on any of that stuff, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. And all I ask is just give that video a thumbs up. That's it. So let's get right down to it. Why are people receiving emergency allotment benefits in March when everybody said they were supposed to end in February? Well, the reason why is because there's a handful of states that actually approved the emergency allotment for February. The only issue is they issue the payments a month later. So these are the states that are issuing emergency allotment payments for February, but the payments are coming out in March. Now, here are the states, and I will also give you the dates. Alabama is going to issue their payments on March 1st. So if you live in Alabama, you should have already received your payment. California, it's March 25th through the 26th. In Hawaii, it comes out on March 15th. Kansas, it is March 22nd through March 31st. Massachusetts, it is March 2nd. In Minnesota, it is March 7th through March 30th. Nevada, it's March 14th. And Vermont is March 14th. Those are the only states, I believe those are 9 states, 8 states that are sending out their payments in March. Okay? Now, every single other state is not paying their emergency allotment. So just keep that in mind that for every other state, it's done for. Now, let's address the issue regarding this decrease in benefits, because this is one of the big questions I've been getting is, are lawmakers even considering another increase? And the answer is yes. There's actually multiple reports of lawmakers discussing a plan to bring back additional benefits. Now, I say there's multiple reports of this, and again, they're discussing a plan. The issue here is I don't see them putting a proposal together, because the big problem we are facing right now is that Republicans are eyeing a deficit reduction and a balanced budget. That is not what President Biden proposed when he proposed his fiscal year 2024 federal budget. Okay, so doing either one of these things, a deficit, trying to get a deficit reduction or a balanced budget, this is going to be increasingly difficult. Okay, doing either one of these things and increasing SNAP benefits at the same time is going to be tough, especially if they try to do it without any additional tax revenue. That is part of the problem. Okay, so do I think we're going to see a massive increase? No. Do I think we're going to see an increase at all? No. Do I think the cost of living adjustment is going to be the only increase we will see in 2024? Yes. I don't see us getting another increase. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let's talk about the possibility of a stimulus payment very soon, because here's what we are now discussing. President Biden, like I just talked about, he issued a proposal. This was his fiscal year 2024 federal budget. In this proposal, he said that he wants to see a permanent fixture for the child tax credit payments. These are the $3,600 payments. This is per year. This will, take away that $2,000 child tax credit that families are getting. It will put in place a $3,600 child tax credit, or a $3,000 depending on your child's age. It'd be $3,600 for children between, I believe, pre-children or children that aren't born yet. And so if they're not born yet, I believe from -1 to age 5, you would get $3,600. Or for children aged between 6 and 17, you get $3,000 per year, and it will depend on your family's eligibility and their income. So that is something that President Biden is wanting done. There's bipartisan support here as well. So I think there's a shot that we could potentially get this. We could see it. So just be prepared. That might be on the table moving forward. We also know that Alabama is actually considering an $800 rebate for their residents. Governor Ivey said just recently that she wants to see this one-time tax rebate go to the pockets of Alabama families. She said that they would use $2.8 billion, would use part of the $2.8 billion in surplus education dollars in order to fund this. It would be a $400 payment for individuals and $800 for couples. Now, we don't know all the details yet because they're actually on break, but as soon as their session resumes, we should have answers, and that should be sometime after March 21st, so in just 10 days. Now, another program that's going to be giving out $400 is something called the Chelsea Eats program. This is out of Chelsea, Massachusetts. Now, they're going to give roughly 740 households a payment of between $200 and $400 in order to help them pay for food and pay their utility bills. Now, why would I bring this up? Because Chelsea, Massachusetts is not a massive city, right? And if it's only going to about 740 households and it's only $200, $400, is it that big of a deal? Well, it is. Here's the reason why. What we are now seeing, and this is what's interesting about certain cities popping up and giving their residents some form of relief, is that cities are now looking to do something very similar to this. They're now trying to pinpoint who is seeing problems, which cities are seeing the biggest issues. And if that city is seeing that, okay, we're seeing utility bills are spiking, well, maybe that county, that city, or maybe even that state can allocate some money to that specific city to offer their residents some help to pay for their utility bills, to pay for food, right? And we saw this most recently where, and I can't remember the city, or actually the county, not the city, but in this one specific county, the county saw a spike in the amount of people lined up for free food, right, through a food bank. Well, that county provided the food bank with additional funds to go and purchase more food to give out to these people. That was how essential this was. And again, I don't remember the county. I wish I did. But that's what we're seeing right now is, right, and I told you this would happen, that states were going to wait. They're going to be patient. They're going to keep some of their money. And then when they see that a certain city, or maybe the state, who knows, but a certain city or a certain county is really feeling the pressure, and people are living on the streets because they can't afford rent. Well, if that's the case, guess what? We're going to put some money in a rental assistance program. If they can't afford food and the lines are getting long at the food banks, guess what? They're going to take some of that money, put it over there in the food bank. That's what we're going to see. So it's kind of what's happening right now. But this is some good news that we are seeing some relief coming back to the American people. Again, I wish I'd give you a better update that the government's going to come out and bail us out and give us more stimulus and increase our SNAP benefits, but that's not looking likely. That's just not looking likely at this point. So again, as soon as I know more information as to what is going out to the American people, I promise I'll come back on and I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.